Good morning, it's Erin. I'm back with another vlog. Sorry for the noise, I'm trying to get away from it. So today's vlog is something that I think I should have done a while ago because I get so many questions a day for this thing. And this vlog is going to be about why I moved to Morocco. So literally every day I get probably at least 100 comments asking why I moved here. You know, why would you, an American, single mom with kids, move to a foreign country, move to Africa, move to even though they don't use the phrase anymore, people still say it, third world country. I can never say that. It's like a tongue twister for me. So anyway, this vlog will explain now, hopefully answer your questions on why I moved here. So for those that don't know, or just joining and just finding my channel, my name is Erin. I am a mom of 4 children. They are 21, almost 18, and then 12 and 9. 3 boys and the youngest is a girl. The 2 kids that I have here with me in Morocco are the youngest 2. Cameron, who's 9, and Jack is 12. My older 2, Gavin, he's 21, and Ryan, he's 17, he'll be 18 in May. They live in Texas with their father. I was married twice. My second husband passed away from a heart attack in 2019, playing in an American football charity game that I ran. It was my little baby. It was my son's high school. It was also my high school, as well as Joe, that's him, his high school. And he was really big on the football team when he was in high school. And maybe like it was 3 years prior to his death that the football team needed like money, you know, like they needed to raise money. And if you know boys don't want to do any of the fundraiser stuff. They really don't like it. So I thought of an idea of doing a alumni football game. Past players come, they pay a fee to play, and we have a game. Well, guess what? It turned out to be the biggest fundraiser ever. We raised so much money on the first game that I did it for 2 more games. Salam. And I did it for 2 more games, 2 more years. And on the third, oh, you're so cute. Sweetie. Key? King. He's a king. He's very, Bichon. Besha. Oh, he bites. Oh, you bite? He's Shwina. You're welcome. A lady just came by with a dog that was so cute, but I think she said he bites because she went like this. He didn't look like he was gonna bite. So anyway, back to my story. So the 3rd year of the game, which was 2019, November 22nd, it was a week before Thanksgiving, which is the start of the holiday season, which is very busy, very happy time of year. And halfway through the game, everything was good. Halftime, he came over to me and he said, Erin, I'm good. I was like, you good? He's like, yeah. I had no idea that anything was going to happen. He did have, I don't want to say a heart condition, but he did take medication for his heart. Heart attacks did run in his family on the male side. His father died of a heart attack, and his 2 older brothers both had heart attacks when they were a little bit younger, and they survived theirs. But he was on medication because of his heart. But it wasn't anything where he couldn't do anything physical. He was a contractor. He did physical work every day. He was a hard worker. And he went to the gym, so it wasn't something like, oh, you shouldn't play in this game. You know what I mean? Now, at halftime, he came over to me and he's like, I'm good. He's like, I just need water. He's like, I need a lot of water. I'm thirsty. So I gave him water and he was sweating profusely. But if you know Joe, that's him. He sweats. He could not stand any heat over 80 degrees. He literally would just stand there and he'll sweat. So that was him, nothing unusual. And he was fine. He was acting fine. And then he's like, I gotta go. Love you. And And I said, don't, and he went to kiss me and I said, don't give me a kiss, you're sweaty. But I gave him a kiss anyway. And then he left. And I went back to my duties that I was doing. Because remember, this was my project, my game, my 3rd year into it. So it's and it was even bigger than it was the first 2 years. So it was really, really, you know, crazy time for me too. I didn't actually even get to watch the game, which is really, really sad now that I think about it. I didn't get to watch the game. But he went out there, and then I was in a little building that was like the snack bar, you know, where you get your snacks and your drinks. Someone called me on my Facebook Messenger. Now, I knew who she was. I was friends with her on Facebook, and I knew who she was, but like, we weren't somebody that like talk like that. And I thought it was weird. She was calling me on Facebook Messenger. So I, of course, answered. And she's like, Erin, Joe collapsed in the field. Get down, get over here now. And I didn't think, like, I was like, oh, he just fell. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't think anything was wrong. But I got down there and he was laying on his back. He was not conscious. I believe he had a pulse. To be honest, I'm not really sure of all the details. And now it's even been longer, so I really don't feel like I know all the details. But I know that he wasn't passed away yet. Then I saw him, unfortunately, this is what told me that I knew something, it wasn't going to be good. I worked in the medical field, so I know like a little bit of stuff, you know, especially with people dying. When someone is dying or they pass away, I think their body can release different fluids, and one of them could be urinating themselves. And he urinated himself, and I saw that, and I knew that wasn't a good thing. And it seemed like it took forever for the ambulance to get there. I think it may have been like 15 minutes, but it seemed longer. And the ambulance got there. They tried to work with him on the ground, and they couldn't. They were like, they wanted to just get to the hospital. They loaded him into the truck. I wanted to go with them. They sat me in the front of the ambulance, and they were working on him in the back of the ambulance. We did not leave yet. And they were working for like 10 minutes. And they were like, you know what? We can't take you. You got to go with somebody else. And they just left. That was the last time I saw him like that. The next time I saw him was when the doctor came out to the waiting room. This is probably now maybe a little over an hour after it all happened. And he said, I'm very sorry. We tried everything we could, but he did not make it. And I screamed because I couldn't believe that this guy who was 39 years old, had a 4-year-old and 8-year-old, was dead. You know, it just didn't make any sense to me. And I screamed, I cried, you know. Actually, you know what? I did not cry. I screamed. I was mad. I did not cry. I was actually really, really mad and confused. And so they told me I could go see him. So the next time I saw him was going back there. He was on the stretcher. Sheet was covering him up to his neck. He was completely, like, there was no color to him at all. They had the intubator and tube down his throat with the top off, so it was just the little part sticking up. And he was gone. And I think I spent maybe 10 minutes with him. It was not processing with me. It didn't make sense, and I don't think I believed it. So anyway, that's what happened to him. In the next few years, things got to be very, very hard. One, COVID hit right after this happened. So this happened November of 2019. As you know, COVID hit March 2020. I did not work like a regular job. I ran his business. He was a contractor, self-employed contractor. I did all the contracts. I managed appointments, all that stuff. And I had 4 children at home, okay? Actually 3 right then. My oldest one lived with his father at the time. But still, I had 3 kids, you know, whatever. We made okay money that we were okay for me staying home and taking care of the kids. I cooked dinner every night, all that stuff. I was a housewife with extra duties with his business, right? But now he's gone. We were done. We did not have any insurance. I basically, before I moved here, I basically just paid bills and, somebody's looking at me. Hold on, let me pause it. Quick 5-second break because someone was like just staring at me film. So here is the street. This is not my street. This is up the street more. They're working, they're doing new buildings. Yeah. I'm going to the bakery. I'm gonna go get Cameron some bread. She's been asking every day for bread. She likes bread and butter. I'm like, don't be eating that too much, girl. It'll go right on the thighs. But anyway, so I'm going down here. There's a bakery on the right. All right. I think he's done looking at me. It wasn't a weird, it was just like, I think he was trying to figure out what I was doing. I wasn't, you know, I don't know if he thought maybe I was videoing him or, you know, but I wasn't. Obviously, you saw me talking to you guys. All right, I'm going to stop it and let's get back to my story. All right, the bakery is right up here. All right, so basically, things got tough. I was able to take my kids on a vacation to the Jersey Shore, which was really, really nice because we hadn't been on a vacation in so long because Joe was self-employed, which means he worked all the time. And he wasn't able to always take off. You know, he had to finish projects. So we never did any real big trips. We always did like day trips, or sometimes we'd go overnight, but we never did trips. So I was able to take my kids to the Jersey Shore. That was really nice. And then last year in March, I had the opportunity to take a trip to Morocco. And all I can tell you is I never went here with the intention of moving here at all. I came for a vacation to get away, relieve some stress, you know, just see something new. I have never been out of the country except for Canada. And I'm one of those Americans that don't think that Canada counts as leaving the country. Like, don't get me wrong. I'll definitely tell people like, oh, I've been to Canada. But to me, it's United States. You know, they're basically connected almost. The few times that I went to Canada, one of them I took like a little boat right across. It was literally like a 5-minute boat ride. That was in upstate New York. And then another time I went over the big bridge. So to me, it's like you're just going to another state. However, Canada was beautiful. For those that are watching, I did love your country. It was really, really nice. I will say I was very disappointed. I thought that when I went to Canada, I would immediately see moose. You guys know I had to go to Toronto Zoo to see a moose, and he was laying down. So that was my only disappointment with Canada. All right, guys, I'm gonna finish my story in a second, but first, let's go to the bakery and I'll show you this bakery. I may have shown it in a video before, I'm not sure. The owner does speak English. She has 3 locations. One here, I'm actually not sure where the second one is, but one also is in Rabat. Maybe 2 in Rabat. But this guy, he speaks English. He's really, really kind, and he has some really, really good little stuff for Ramadan. I mean, all of his stuff is good, but I was here the other day, and he had a lot of cool little sandwiches for Ramadan. So we're going to go get some of that and get some bread for Cameron. All right, this is the bakery. It's called Maison Charouk. I believe it's French, though. I really wish that more places would change their names to, like, Arabic names. You know, I don't know. Like, I love this place, but, like, I think that's French. But anyway, he has 3 shops. And like I said, he's a really nice guy. He has great stuff. So let's check it out. All right, so here's some of the pastries. These are the things that he has. Look at these sandwiches. This one right there is so good. Mezien. Oh, these little ones right there, Hattie. Those are also Mezien. And I'm going to get a few of them and get Cameron her bread. Let me show you some of the other stuff. He's got amazing, amazing pastries. Lots of croissants, filled, stuffed. The chabaki. And then, of course, all the Moroccan pastries. These are my favorite. These are Mezien. More. All right, let's pay. All right, guys, I got to tell you about this, okay? Everybody knows in America, like, pastries are not cheap. You will easily pay over $1 for a pastry. I got 12 items, including 1 loaf of bread, hubs. I think like 6 sandwiches, I don't know, but it all adds up to 12 items, okay? 12 items. And it cost me 121 dirhams, which is basically like $12. So you're saying I basically paid $1 each for these things, and I'm gonna show you these. Amazing, like $12. It's crazy. So reasons why I moved to Morocco. Like I said, I came on vacation. I literally cried on the way home. cried on the way home. Guys, I'm going to show you the street real quick for those that are new following me that don't know the street, because the street is very, very busy. Not busy. I mean, it is a little busy, but it's beautiful. Look how beautiful this street is. With the they're not palm trees, but we always call them palm trees. My kids, when we moved here, the first thing they said, this looks like LA. This is right down the street from me. This is a block away from me. This is still the same place that I live. We fuck. I know my American accent, it makes it sound like I curse, but I promise you I don't. I just sound too much American. All right, back to my story. When I got on the plane to leave Morocco, I cried. I literally cried because I had never felt so at peace in my life as when I was here. I felt like, sure, all my problems won't disappear, but I felt that I would be able to live a better life here. I could afford to do stuff with my children. We could see another part of the world. So long story short, I went home. I called the US government to see if I could still receive the Social Security from his death. And they said, absolutely. They said the only place that you can't receive it is if you lived in North Korea or Russia. And I was like, yeah, that ain't happening. It's just Morocco. And they're like, nope, Morocco's great. And we know that because the United States was the first one, or no, I'm sorry. Morocco was the first one to recognize the United States. And I hope I have that fact right. I know it's a fact that people keep telling me, and I feel like I always mix it up because I thought United States was older than Morocco, but maybe not. I don't know. Drop a comment if I'm right, wrong, reassure me so I can get this fact right. But anyway, I knew that Morocco had a good relationship with United States and vice versa. So when I got the green light that said that we were good, I decided to put the house up for sale. And that was March 5th. Actually, I looked at my Facebook today. Today is, I don't know, the 25th, it's the 15th day of Ramadan. No, it's not. Today's the 16th day of Ramadan. And so it was literally a year ago that I posted on Facebook that the house is getting seen. So right about this time last year is when I literally made the decision, put the house up for sale, and we were in here 3 months later. Now, the things about Morocco that literally sold me was, here's the top: cost of living, the kindness of strangers, how beautiful it is, and the fact that it wasn't United States. United States people, I know, listen, I hear so many people here tell me, why would you leave United States? United States is amazing. I'm not going to put down United States too much. I will say I am not liking them right now because they are literally committing a genocide in Palestine. Up to like 40,000 people, including so many, I think it's like 15 to 20,000 children have been killed in Palestine since October 7th. It's absolutely disgusting. I hate them for this right now, and I don't know what it's going to take for them to wake up and realize, like, you're going to be in the history books. 30 years from now, 20 years from now, we're going to be in the history books of being a participant and major, like, basically doing it to killing all these people. So, anyway, the United States, besides committing genocide overseas, in general, United States is not like a safe place. Don't get me wrong. There are places that nothing happens, okay? But you never know in the United States when something's going to happen. Also on my Facebook a year ago today was a school shooting in Nashville, Tennessee, in a small little, not even Nashville, it was out of Nashville, okay? So it wasn't even a major city. And 3 students were killed and a teacher. That was a year ago. Since then, there have been hundreds of school shootings. The first day of my kids' school this past September, now remember, we're here, so they weren't there. There was a lockdown for a threat. This is an elementary school. Guys, United States, yes, you can, you can find jobs, but the cost of living right now is insane. So unless you're making really, really good money, or you want to rack up credit, which America loves to rack up credit, yeah, it's going to be hard, especially if you have a family. And then there's the aspect of drugs. Okay, yeah, you guys are the number 2 or number 1 producer of hash. I'm American. Hash is not a drug, okay? America has cocaine. Oh, this cat's like, ooh, there's a cat here that just came and sat down. And I think he thinks, oh, is this like a lecture? Is there entertainment today? Yes, I am the entertainment. So, Anyway, the drugs in America are insane. If you don't believe me, go on YouTube and search Philadelphia drug addicts on the street. That's just broad, and you'll find hundreds of videos of literally people just strewn out in Kensington on the streets for blocks. And this is Philly. I am 15 minutes from Philly. But because there's a train that runs through my town, so many drugs have come through our town. We have overdoses all the time. And like I said, I loved Riverside. I was one of those ones that lived in my town that would always stick up for it. And I still will stick up for it. I loved my town. I still know a lot of people there, and I love it. But in general, United States as a whole, it's just insane right now. It's really insane. It's just the cost of living, the cost of health insurance, the cost of doctors, cost of insurance for your car. Do you guys, for Americans that are watching, do you know what I'm paying for full coverage? Actually, I have the best insurance you can have. I have tourist, it's considered tourist insurance because I don't have a residency card yet. For full coverage for my car, which is a brand new car, I paid basically $450 for the year. And I have the best coverage. Basically, anything happens, they cover everything. It's like no deductible. It's insane, okay? My apartment is 12,000 dirhams a month, which is about 1,200 US dollars. People here tell me every day, you're paying too much, you're paying too much. They don't know about American prices. Somebody just commented on one of my YouTube videos, they're in America, and they said an average 2-bedroom now is going for almost $4,000 a month where they live. They don't live in New Jersey, they live in another state. But it's just to give you an idea, okay? It's insane. But my 12,000 dirham a month apartment is 3-bedroom, 2 full baths. One of the bathrooms is in my room, private. Huge kitchen. The kitchen is huge. I get so many compliments on my kitchen. Believe it or not, a lot of Moroccan kitchens are not that big, even though a lot of the women do all the cooking and, you know, all that stuff. These kitchens need to be bigger for the women. I was lucky. My apartment has a big kitchen. This guy that owns it remodeled it 2 years ago, and it's all brand new, and the furnishings are all new. Everything is really, really beautiful, and it includes a cleaning once a month as well as security. So $1,200, 3-bedroom, 2 full bath. I'm gonna take it. But also, I don't have health insurance here, but doctors and everything, the vet, everything is so much cheaper. I went to the vet yesterday, 200 dirhams for the visit, which is $20. And then for the medications and such and all, it was a total of 350 dirhams, which is $35. The vet talks amazing English. Listen, I haven't been in the hospitals yet, but I have heard that if you go to public hospitals, they aren't good. I will do a video if I do have to go to the hospital. I will not go to a public hospital, most likely. I'll go to a private one. I don't know anything about the private ones, but I feel like if people are complaining about the public, then the private ones are better. I don't know. But listen, the cost of things here for me as having the American dollar is very good. I understand that my life is not going to be the same for Moroccans here. There are many Moroccans struggling. I understand that. I sympathize with that. This is my story of my life living here. This isn't me saying, oh, everybody, you can live amazing in Morocco, because there are people here that they don't have the best lives. But can I tell you this? Even Moroccans that I know that have no money, you know, they still have a smile on their face. They're not sitting and bitching behind, you know, they're not. I mean, there are some, of course, obviously. But I'm saying, people here, they're just still smiling. They're still getting on with their life. And it's more positive than it was for me in America. And I felt like I was just so lost in America. Like everybody knows how old I am. Like I was a year younger back then, a year ago. And it was like, it was now or never. So overall, the friendliness of the people, the opportunity for my kids to see how great it is, like see other places, like not just be in America, which, by the way, if we could have been in America and gone and explored America, maybe it wouldn't have been so bad for me. But the fact that we were stuck because of money and how much things cost and him dying, it was kind of a crap situation, and I had to make a decision. And I didn't expect that to happen when I just came to vacation in Morocco, but it happened, and I am so happy. Now listen, my problems all didn't disappear. I still go through shit. I still have sad days, but my sad days here are so much better here than they were in America. And that's all that matters to me. So, you know, I'm not, you know, everything's not perfect, but inshallah, it will get as good as it possibly can for me. You know, You guys are really supporting my YouTube, and I appreciate it so much. And it's literally it literally stops me. Like every day I just freeze. So I cannot believe the support that I've gotten. And I will tell you this, I'm a little disappointed in my American people. Like, my following is now like 70% Morocco. And I'm like, why is like the Americans like 11%? And I'm like, you know, a little sad. I do know I have you guys, some of you guys that are watching me, and I appreciate it. But it's a little, you know, disheartening that more Americans are following me. But listen, Safi, meshi mushkil, which means okay, not a problem. And I stayed in a part that has, very loud. I'm so sorry. But I'm going to wrap this up. So for real quick other stuff, my kids are online school right now, K-12. Inshallah, this year coming, I will have them in a school. It might be a Moroccan private school for now. And they are learning French, and they will be learning Arabic. But they do need to know some to be able to go to that school. So that's why they went online for now. But inshallah, my goal is to get them in the Rabat American school. And it's not because like, oh, America's the best. No. It's just because my son is definitely going to go back to college in America. And I think it would be much better for him to go to that school. And apparently, you know, it is one of the best, right? So I want the best for my kids. But that school is $25,000 US a month. Not a month. Oh, shoot, that's a lot. 250,000 dirhams a year, which is $25,000 US a year. There is a discount for a second child, but my goal is to get Jack in there starting in high school, which is still 2 more years away. And that will be fine. Listen, Jack, if you know Jack, and even if you don't know Jack, people that have just started watching my videos have commented. Jack is so smart. Jack is very passionate about things. He is going to do something, and I want all the best for him and Cameron. And, you know, he's the one coming up to high school soon. Cameron's still only in third grade. You know, we still got time for her. She's got a lot of time to learn these languages still, you know. But Jack is going hard on it, and, you know, inshallah, everything will be good with that. And I think I answered most of the questions. Basically, people just wanted to know why I moved here. So cost of living, friendliness of people, the beautifulness, and just to get out of America. All right, guys. Bye. All right, guys. Here is what I got from the bakery. There are the pastries. 5 pastries. A loaf of fresh bread. And all those. This is the chicken, fromage, chicken, pizza. All that.